Star Trek Resurgence. This just came out, and this is just a promotional product from IDW for the video game. I'm guessing the video game people commissioned the comic, probably paid for it all, and IDW just kind of threw it together and published it. Now, Star Trek Resurgence is like a story video game. I'm kind of interested in playing it. I mean, as an advertisement for the video game. I don't really play video games, and it actually worked pretty well. It's about a crew who is like going after Leah Brahms, and yes, so it starts off, and that's always like a Spider-Sense fan fiction. You've got a minor character who is in like an episode, and she's like an engineer, and Geordie LaForge like was into her, basically, is what happened. And she's out pursuing some new warp technology out there. And she gets, it looks like she's kidnapped by this alien race who is also in one Star Trek episode, and they're talking about this giant war happening because of them. And it's like, wait a minute, they're this random alien race who's one episode. How could they be having a giant war? You can see the art here. It's a little stiff. It's competent. It's fine. But you know, not the most exciting of stuff overall. And the colors are just kind of that saturated, muted modern comics that like all kind of blur together like usual. So it looks like it was kind of cheaply done. And that's why I think it was just a promotional advertisement for the video game. Now, this is like a crew of a starship, and it's a brand new starship, and I guess it's the one in the video game. So it is, again, a fan fiction-y thing. They go after Leah Brahms. They end up fighting with these aliens. They get captured by the aliens. Then they use Leah Brahms' device to kind of escape them, but it causes problems for their ship to where it almost gets blown up. And they have to deal with that. And then this first officer sacrifices himself at the end to save everybody. There's some cringy dialogue that's like we don't all get out of here, we all get out of here together. And so like somebody like had some metal fall on top of him, and he, instead of going to go like and do the task which would have like saved the ship, he went and like rescued him instead. And so did it really rescue him, or could he have waited and done the task to save the ship? Kind of a stupid decision. But, people do make stupid decisions sometimes. You can see, again, the saturated colors, just like they kind of just make everything blur together, which doesn't work all that great. And this is him. This is that scene I was talking about with the lecture where he's like, it's like, okay. It was cheesy. It's something that like, it felt like, was a line that they'd use, like, no man left behind ever, in every movie, for things like this. And there's a lot of that going on. There's a lot of like trope lines here that kind of reeks of fan fiction. But at the end of the day, like, it was pretty fun, I gotta say. So I mean, I liked the plot line, even if it was fan fiction-y. I thought it was all right, even if the art was on the cheap side. Like, I mean, it wasn't like there was no like problems with it. It was just kind of bland. So there you go. I mean, this worked pretty well, and it does have me interested in actually playing this video game at the end of the day. So I'll call this a 7 out of 10, just an average comic. It's kind of fun. If you like Star Trek, you'll probably like it. Leave a comment down below with what you think about this. Hit that like and subscribe button. We'll be back soon.